met een hele dag met een autobus van 's nachts vroeg tot 's avonds laat. We gaan naar de boekentoren. Maar een umbrella. Normaal die met zijn groot vestje en hier dat is
Testing, 1, 2, 2. Okay. Well, okay, a very good afternoon to all of you. I must say, yesterday we were here and we were doing exactly what we always do, which is, of course, scientific work. I should, of course, immediately point out that we're not just diggers. What we do here is what you call excavating, and there's a huge difference between digging and excavating. Now, first of all, it's quite important that you realize that we are not, and I do repeat, we are not an act, right? We are not street theatre artists, and we will be very heavily offended if you call us artists, because honestly, we don't give a toss about everything going on here in the rest of Ypres. Some of you apparently are interested in seeing people walking on stilts. Honestly, I can't see the use of stilts. Why would you stand higher? Okay, I think it's probably because you think you're a bit more interesting than anybody else. Okay, but we don't care about that. We are actually very serious people, and these are my colleagues. They're all Flemish, so they speak your language, and in a minute they will address you in a language you will probably understand better. But me, myself, I'm Tobias Wilkinson. You can call me Professor, obviously. And I came all the way down from dear old England, okay, so I left my king for just a few days, and I do teach both history and archaeology in the universities of Cambridge and Oxford, where I have obtained about every possible degree you can actually get, okay, and so they had me flown over because they found this little chap here, and I can imagine that some of you have already had a look. This is quite interesting indeed. So we've found a skeleton here. And the big question which we want to solve today is, who was this man? Maybe one last thing before I give this microphone to my lovely colleague here standing next to me. It's quite important that you realize that we should not be confused with the other excavations that are going on as we speak in the town center. Maybe you've heard about that. Are there any local people here? Are there any people living in Ypres? Raise your hands, please. Okay, all right then. Which is also nice to me because now I get some idea if you actually understand me or not. Although I can imagine some people are just raising their hands based on the fact, oh my God, that he's raising his hand. Oh, she's doing that too. I'll raise my hand too. But most of you probably do understand. So no, what's going on in the town center is quite interesting. There's a castle wall there. A castle wall which is being dug up. I mean, honestly, okay, I would never cross the channel to come and see a castle wall, right? Okay, and to be honest, it's just a part of a castle wall, just a few layers of brickstones. What we are doing here is what you call scientific work. Okay, maybe my colleague Professor Pelle can just elaborate a little on that. There you go.
Goedemiddag dames en heren. Ik zal het in het Nederlands doen, maar ik denk dat iedereen het toch ongeveer verstaan heeft. Wij zijn zeer vereerd dat wij de beroemde professor in ons midden hebben. En nog eens, dit heeft inderdaad niets met straattheater te maken, met van die slecht geklede artiesten en zo. Daar doen wij niet aan mee. Hè. Dit is echt het serieuze werk. Wat heel belangrijk is, we proberen een link te vinden met straattheater. Want blijkbaar, dat hebben we al gevonden met onze opgravingen hier. 25, 60. Blijkt dat straattheater in Ypres reeds...
Centimeter, hè?
Inch. Blijkt dat dat dus al miljoenen jaren bestaat, dames en heren. Daar verschiet u misschien van, maar toch is het zo. Ik weet niet of dat die lang genoeg is. Ik heb hier, dat hebben we ook gevonden. Fantastisch, wat wij hier uit de grond halen. Ik ga het heel voorzichtig vastnemen. Dat is dus een soort optreedvelletje dat ze voor zich hingen. Dat blijkt dus van de oertijd te zijn, miljoenen jaren oud. We hebben ontdekt dat dat pels is van sabeltandtijger. Ja, dat dier dat is al miljoenen jaren uitgestorven. Hè. Dat is een eerste bewijs dat het straattheater dus al miljoenen jaren bestaat. En wij hebben natuurlijk ook heel veel artefacten van de middeleeuwen, van de tijd van de Romeinen gevonden. Stagiairtje geeft dat de... Ah ja, dit bijvoorbeeld, ja, dat blijkt een offerschaaltje te zijn, een Romeins offerschaaltje. Gericht aan de god Jupiter. En zo hebben we verschillende offerschaaltjes hier gevonden, een hele hoop bijeen. Ja, leg ze maar hier op. En doe ook iets. Stagiairs tegenwoordig, het is niet meer wat dat is. Hè. Maar ik ga even terug het woord geven aan mijn dierbare collega.
Thank you very much indeed. So indeed, my colleagues have already dug up quite some interesting things here. Some of us are really bringing us back to the Middle Ages, and indeed, as my colleague has probably explained to you, there is a theory we are building up as we speak that this festival is indeed a lot older than most people realize. One of the things that we have found here is that there's a strong liaison with Ypres and music, because we have found some of the oldest CDs ever. This is actually a 15th century CD, which is of course one of the very first CDs that was ever produced, and clearly in the Middle Ages people only listened to heavy metal music. Right. So this is the kind of stuff we're looking for. Now, okay, I'll just pass that back to you if that's okay, because I've got some work to do.
Ja, we hebben hier ook, dat is ook heel interessant, hebben we hier een middeleeuwse, ik denk laat middeleeuwse schoen opgegraven. Toen ook al. En nee, het is veel